This is one of those things that gets in your head and then stays there. I built this, I knew it was going to be gnarly. I knew that riding down a Douglas Fir tree wasn't going to be a straightforward process, but it's something I can imagine myself doing and I've actually done before on a much smaller scale. And I never thought over a month later I'd still be sort of lingering around the same tree. I've driven here on my own a few times to just stare at this setup, see what needs doing, and kind of now ponder whether I even should do it. I've crashed 4 times. I've had 4 attempts at this with 3 big crashes, right?
Yeah.
And each time I was certain I was going to pull it, and then I would absolutely slam on my head. And a lot of people have said just don't bother, and it's one of those things, I don't have to do this, but it's staying in my head and I do want to get it done. This takeoff completely collapsed. I've built it up quite a lot. I've actually made it taller, and I'm going to have another go at it today. This will be my last ever attempt at this setup. Win, lose or draw, I'm not going to come back after today because it is quite gnarly, but I've made some changes to make it happen. This takeoff's bigger, it collapsed, I've got way more dirt, we've built it up, it's probably 6 inches taller, and I'm still yet to shape it, but I'm going to make it steeper shortly. The reason being, if you watch the previous crashes, a lot of the time my trajectory was just headed straight at the tree, which obviously I need to get to the tree, but I was hitting it with such a force that it was bouncing me off. And even though we built this landing up so much bigger than the first time was laughable. The setup felt like it had been fine-tuned to perfection, but I didn't even get to use the landing because I was getting pinged off the tree. So by making that steeper, I reckon it's going to generate that nice big arc to glide down the tree and not get smashed off it to here. Because my face was landing here every time from, honestly, that branch that comes off at 3 o'clock up there, that's a big fall to your face 3 times, and 3 times is a lot of times. So that's changed, and I'm gonna make the landing bigger too, because it's all collapsed, it needs more dirt. And then it's go time. I've accepted that it's difficult because I've come back to the scene of 3 big crashes to hope for a different outcome, but at least this time some changes are being made to help that situation, because I'd have been mad to just come and have another go and pedal in down a road. That's the other thing. Look at the run in. Like, there's no way of controlling. Well, you can control your speed, but you can't know your speed. And I imagine that every time I hit this, it was so different. What do you think, Ben?
I'm a bit nervous for you, mate, but do you think you got it?
Every time I've thought I've got it.
I know.
So that's the quandary. It's like every time I drop in, I'm like, I know what to do. I'm just going to turn in the air and ride down the tree. And it comes at such a surprise when I'm not riding down the tree and I'm falling. So we shall see. But we've got to build laps. We're going to shape this, make it look very nice, put the turbo ply on it, build that up. And I've said this so many times, I'm back at this tree saying the same thing. Then it's go time. We'll ride down a Douglas Fir and get away from this hellhole once and for all. Done. None of that takeoff points remotely at the tree, is it?
No.
That's the cost of building something and never stepping back to look. I don't understand how. It was only collapsed and now it's not pointing at the tree. Not even slightly. If you look at the centre line, it misses completely, doesn't it?
It's like a chef not tasting his food.
Yeah, just like that. So I'm serving it up to myself. They'll be all right. Your tyres are only that wide. You can point and shoot. It's taller, it's steeper. You can see how much bigger the landing is too. Which was always my worry that that's going to take away from what it is of riding down a tree. Building, the higher the landing goes, the less bark I'll ride, but I'm so far beyond caring about that now. I just want to come down that hill, jump up there and ride out this way. And for some reason, making this bigger has pushed the lip right into the path, my exit line of the tree. So I'm so worried that I'll get it all perfect and then crash into that and go over the bars. That would be miserable, wouldn't it? But I actually have to get there first. So I'll pad up, put the turbo ply on. I'm gonna go a bit slower than previous attempts. That last bounce off the tree was hellish. Like, there was no grace about that. I hit a tree. It was a crash. It wasn't ever, there's no finesse there. So I'm gonna go what I think will be a touch slower, like I said, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on about it again. I just need to ride it. So many people have commented about wearing a full face. And until 2 minutes ago, I wasn't going to. I'm more concerned about visibility than crashing in a way. I'm so hell-bent on landing it now that I'll Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried this is going to block my view because it's not a normal jump, is it? I'm going to go shoulder down, and that chin blocks that chin guard blocks my view of the tree. It's not how we normally ride bikes. But every crash I've had has been face, like not top of head, not side of head. It's been face. So I kind of have to, don't I?
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe yeah, I will. I'm gonna double up, double bagging, safety wise. Ready, mate?
Yeah, mate, are you?
Kinda, yeah.
Good.
This will be the one. I'm not going to wear my full face.
Really?
It's not what I wear, is it? I don't wear that helmet when I ride my jump bike. I don't know.
Is it really putting you off?
Yeah. Nothing against full faces, but like the vibe, I don't know. It's just not what I wear. And that feels so much better. I can... You ready?
Yeah?
Come on then, let's have a go. I'm going to go a touch slower than before, yeah?
Yeah.
What a bizarre way of starting a day's riding. Pedalling upside down into a tree. Ben really doesn't want me to do it, like at all.
That's way too fast. It looks really quick, but it depends how big you're going to pop.
I haven't got a clue. I actually have no idea. It's like being blindfolded. The takeoff's a different shape now, isn't it? Can't really base it on anything before. I really want, it has to work first go, because I'm not doing it more than once. I'll be alright, come on. Yeah, mate? Okie doke. Onto a tree. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I got a mental block.
Oh! Yes! Yes!
That felt sick.
Oh my god!
I was really far left. I got lucky. I definitely thought I was going to crash. And then crashed into the lip.
You didn't fall off! Oh mate, I'm so relieved.
Oh, I'm so ready for a crash.
Oh
Catch it
mate.
up and go again.
Yeah?
Yeah, and a little bit straighter. That doesn't count, does it? Yes! That felt bizarre riding down that.
I bet.
I was so up for a crash. I just thought it's probably going to be a crash. So this is the last. Yes, so I'm going to patch it up. Then we'll have another bash, yeah?
Yes mate.
Remember last time it was this side of the tree that gave way again?
Yeah.
I don't know how I can hip it more. I might always end up in the back of that lip.
That's where you hit it.
There's a bit of spat, you never know. It's so worth another go, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's quite difficult to know when you take off where you're going to end up. Just a bit like, yeah. A bit like, yeah, but I can't explain it. That one was nice, it felt bliss, not landing on my head. Brilliant. What do you think, same again?
I think so.
I might give it a tad more beans, but the last weeks we came, that speed was futile. I don't think any amount of skill could overcome the rebound you get. It might be the steeper takeoff actually. It felt like by the time I got to the tree, it wasn't that I was less high, it's that I was more on my way down. Who knows? This could be the last. You're not supposed to say one more, but let's make this the last one ever. Put it all back in the hole, take the wood to the wood reclaim yard, get Douglas Fir tattooed on my foot. I'm going to go slightly more to the right, which I don't like because that's a big drop, but I can't afford just to ride back into the takeoff. That's no good for anyone. One and done, here we go. Come in. Steady. Easy away. Yes! 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 Oh, yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes! Oh mate! Oh my
You
god!
see my hand come off the grip?
Yes!
Oh,
Oh mate!
I hung on for dear life and couldn't make a noise because that little exertion of noise would have cost me all my strength.
Oh
Yes.
mate, I fully thought you were going over the bars. Like fully,
Yeah, me
that
too.
was sick. Fair play.
Life flashed before my eyes. Look at the remnants. That's a good landing.
Wait, what happened there? Which wheels? What?
The one in the middle's front and the other one's back, so I was slightly over rotated. You know what? If anyone wants to like say all my other attempts were way gnarlier and bigger, they were. I went faster, I went higher, and I'm so aware of that. I had a plan to not go as big today. I was steeping up the lip, the landing's taller so there's less bark to ride down. But what I've never said is those last ones where I hit my head hard, I actually like had to go to hospital. I was honest, like it was a proper job, had scans and everything, which is no good. That's why I haven't been back for 6 weeks. So I don't... Does it matter that I didn't go really high?
Nope. That's landed,
I've
mate.
done it now, which is cool. I was gonna completely leave it. But it's sick, it's like a good quest this one, riding down trees. I'll take that. Yeah. I'm buzzing actually. It's only a bike jump, it's 1 second, isn't it? But it feels cool. So I quickly try and flare the tree.
If you want.
Whoa.
Oh!
Way faster!
Have it. Oh! Whoa!
That's a disaster! Look at that, the landing, I've ruined it. What should I do? I can't flare the tree. Should I do a bar air on the takeoff? Bar air?
Think that'll work?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Make the most of this freestyle playground that's taken 2 months to produce for 1 second of footage.
Yes, boy!
I've got another one.
What?
Flip up the hill off that lip.
Up the what?
Yeah, up to those logs.
Oh no.
There's quite a lot of logs.
Oh! Oh my god!
Let's go and never come back. I just nosedived that. Yes.
Outro then.
Yeah, thanks guys, that was a good quest. Happy to deliver on it to some extent. Thank you to Douglas Firs for growing slightly off vertically in nature.
Look at you, mate.
Come on, slinger hook, get out of this hellhole. Oh no, let me do that again. Ready?
Yep.
You done?
Yes.
You ready? Yeah.